What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Dude Perfect Fancast, and we have some breaking news today. Breaking
Breaking. It's
news.
breaking your
Breaking your face.
bones.
Uh-huh.
Breaking your bones in half.
Yeah, and
And
your face.
your windows. It's breaking your
Oh,
windows.
like 11 and Stranger Things,
Yes, it
But
is. It is
we're not
breaking
talking
you.
about Stranger Things, Noah. We're talking about Dude Perfect. And they just wrapped up their third live show ever, the
Yes.
That's Happy tour. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking
Yeah.
about a lot of Dude Perfect news and some
Yeah.
announcements and how we hate Dude Perfect now. That is actually probably the title and a thumbnail of this episode. But
Yeah.
let's just get right into the tour. That's Happy tour.
Yep.
I went to it. Noah didn't because
Yep.
he's a smart boy. Okay, that's what I gotta say.
Whoa.
He's smart.
Whoa.
He's using his time wisely. What? No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
But yeah. So, Dude Perfect, third live show ever. They did the
Yes.
Pound It Noggin show in 2019.
Yeah.
Almost like exactly 3
3 years
years
ago.
ago. And then they did the. They were supposed to
Dude
do.
Perfect Tour.
Yeah, they were supposed to do the 2020 show, but then COVID. So then they did the 2021
2021. Not
fall
even a year
last
ago
year.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, fall last year, the 2020 tour, 2021 tour. And then this one, the That's Happy tour. And
Yeah.
so this one I guess was retro, kind of like summer
Yeah.
80s
Yeah.
themed.
Summer. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I mean, they did a pretty good job
Neon.
carrying the theme throughout, trying to be like
Mhm.
retro and all of that. I guess trying to go through all the segments. They did a battle to start it off. They did like
Yep.
I
Yep.
guess like kind of obstacle course again, kind of like they did in
Yeah.
previous ones where you had to like throw a
Go. Yeah.
basketball and then you had to like go and then shoot a soccer ball and I'll do all this kind of stuff. Um, yeah, so I guess for my tour, uh, Corey got out first. So Corey,
Yeah.
na, hey, hey, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And they also did, because in previous years they had two people get out in the first round, and then one
Mhm.
person in the
Yeah.
second, and then they had a finale with two people. But
Yeah.
then this time they did four parts because it was
Oh.
one person getting eliminated
Every
4
time.
rounds, and
Yeah.
then like the finale was two people, and then
Yeah.
somebody won. Yeah, so they did that. Then they had a what was it? They had like a little funny video. I think it was like a um some like announcement, like funny thing. And then they had Cool Not Cool. So very, very similar to the past ones where they had a battle, little segment thing like video, and then they had the Cool Not Cool. Um their items were pretty like Garrett had like this kind of 3D box device thing. I forget what it was. I think it was like a holographic room thing.
Mhm.
Um, and then the other people had other items. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't too impressive. I gotta
Nothing
say,
special this
nothing
time.
special except Ty's last one. He revealed,
Unveiled. Unveiled.
unveiled. He revealed Dude Perfect World, Dude Perfect DPHQ3. Um, they are making an kind of like an amusement park type
Yeah. Like
thing.
a
We've like
sports Bass Pro Shop.
In a way, yeah. I guess, yeah, we knew about this for a couple months. Ever since the 2021 show, we got some secret entail. I don't know how to speak.
Intel.
It's
Intel.
been a while since we recorded, but yeah, we knew about this for a while, and now we can finally talk about it because Dude Perfect is making like kind of like an amusement park for trick shots. They're gonna have like
Yeah.
different segment. It'll kind of be like yeah, like Bass Pro Shops, but like also kind of like if you remember like Dave and Buster's, kind of like instead of
Mhm.
arcade, there's like different things.
Sports.
Yeah, sports. Like you can make a trick shot for like a trick shot second section and like different trick shot things,
Mhm.
kind of like arcades. And then there's like maybe probably like a bowling alley and then like, golf course and
Yeah.
basketball court and like all these different things that they'll be
Mhm.
filming most of their videos there. So like instead
Yeah.
of they're gonna use the DPHQ2 as an office and then
Mhm.
like not to film the videos and then DPHQ3 will be more of the filming video. At
Yeah.
least to our what we've heard,
Yeah.
it'll be
To
more
our
like that.
knowledge.
Um So yeah, that's gonna be pretty big. DPHQ3, like Dude Perfect, a YouTube channel, having their own like huge
Mhm.
thing. And I would
Yeah.
recommend watching, like going and searching like Dude Perfect 2022 tour ties cool not cool item or something like that.
Yeah.
Like there's videos of people filming the tour and you can see because there's like a whole ad that Ty says,
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah.
really cool. Like I would say go check it out if you haven't already, because it's pretty cool. It's like a huge skyscraper. You could win there. You
Yeah.
could have a basketball shot to win $1 million off the top of it.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
think it'll be kind of like you have only one try. So every
Mhm.
person in the world gets
Yeah.
only one shot. But if you get it in, you become a millionaire. But
Well,
yeah,
you win $1 million. You gotta think taxes
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and all that. You ain't gonna become a millionaire from it,
It'll be a
sadly.
hundred thousandaire, kind of, technically,
Kind of,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I think the idea
Yeah.
is good. It's something that they've been working on for a while, and hopefully it'll launch within the next, like they were saying, the next couple years. So
Mhm.
probably, I mean, my rough estimate, probably like 2024, 2026, like
Oh,
around that
yeah. I would
area.
I would say more 2026, earliest
Uh-huh.
2025.
Uh-huh. I
But
mean,
definitely,
we
like
don't know, the building process. We know that they have all
yeah.
the blueprints down, but
Yeah.
they have to our knowledge, they haven't bought land or anything, but maybe
Mhm.
they did,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
we don't know too much yet.
I think it'll be around the Dallas area, close to
Yeah.
DPHQ2 in, like, a city.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
it'll be in Texas, probably Dallas, that's what we're
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. Somewhere around Dallas. Probably not
Uh-huh.
in Dallas, but like not like
It
in the
could be.
city.
It could be in the
I
city.
don't probably not like downtown, but
Yeah.
like more outskirts
Uh-huh,
of
definitely,
the
but
city, like,
uh-huh.
all that, but
Yeah, but I'm excited. We're gonna probably go opening day because Dude Perfect will
yeah.
send us down
Invite
there.
us.
Yeah, we're gonna get like before the opening day, get to like have 24 hours in it, and we're gonna film like a video where it's like 24 hours in the
Mhm.
DPHQ world
Yeah.
and or DP Dude Perfect world for 24 hours
DPW.
before it opens so that we get to
Yeah.
go around and like see everything. I
Yeah.
guess plans for the future, but it'll be
Mhm.
fun. I'm excited. I'm excited for
Yeah.
that. I think that's
Me
a
too.
step in the right direction for Dude Perfect. But going back to the tour, which was a step in the wrong direction for Dude Perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, Dude Perfect, step up your game because there was that. It was pretty cool. Let's see. And then they had some other segments. It wasn't anything huge. This is what I say. I hate to be bad about Dude Perfect. I'm the biggest fan of Dude Perfect
Mhm.
ever.
Yeah.
I will put money on that. Dude Perfect overtime segment. Who knows the most about Dude Perfect? I am winning that 100%. It's either me or Noah, but I'm gonna win against Noah. Okay, that's what I'll say. But yeah, I mean, the tour just wasn't that
Well,
big.
yeah, so from what I've seen, it's pretty much a copy and paste from the past 2 years. I remember
Yeah.
when we did the tour review from the 2021 tour,
Uh-huh.
we were hoping this tour would be something very different from the 2021 and 2019 tour, just because they were pretty
Mhm.
similar, and we were hoping that they would take like a new turn with it and
Uh-huh.
kind of do something different. But as
Yeah.
we have seen with this one, it's pretty much just been another copy and paste.
Yeah, I think so. What happened? My idea is that they did the 2019 show. It was great.
Yeah.
Best show ever. I don't think like they can top that in my opinion. Just because
Mhm.
it was just so special. They had the documentary with it. It was their
Yeah.
first show.
Mhm.
We went together. It was just so fun.
Yeah.
And you can hear the review. That was like right when we
Yeah.
started the podcast, so you can hear
Yeah.
our first
Young
review of it.
voices. Yeah.
Episode 4 of this of
Yeah.
podcast. Now we have like over 150 of the
Yeah.
episodes, so it was a while ago, but so they did that. It was amazing. Then the 2021 show, there was a lot of hype. They planned it. They
Well, yeah.
announced it very very close to the 29. They were announced it late 2019, but then because of
Early
COVID,
2020. No, yeah, and,
they
like, I
pushed it
think
back.
that gave them a good amount of time to really get it down, make sure this is what they
Mhm.
wanted to do, and it created, like, a full 2 years in between
Mhm. Yeah.
the shows, and I think that's what made it so much more different, was just because it was 2 years in between.
Mhm.
People hadn't gone in 2 years, and, even if they were the same,
Uh-huh.
there was 2 years in between, so people were like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
it wasn't
this
too
isn't
bad.
as like, it's still interesting because 'cause it's been 2 years."
But also,
But
I think it didn't have the same segments that much. Like, they did have, like,
mhm,
the shows or the battle, and then they had, like, Cool Not Cool, but then they put in Get Crafty. They put in, let's see, they had, like, a different fan interaction. What else? They had, like, other segments in it. It
mhm,
was very original.
mhm,
They didn't copy too many of the
mhm.
past segments, you know?
Well, not like copying the segments, but copying the formula
Yeah, kind of the
kind
formula.
of
But then for this tour, going back to this, the 2021 show or 2022, that's Happy Tour. They had the intro and then the dudes came out just like normal. They had the first battle, then they had like Cool Not Cool, then they had like a audience participation type thing, where it's like Dude Perfect Facts, where they had like
mhm,
two fans and you have to say like super easy Dude Perfect trivia.
mhm.
Dude Perfect called out.
They
I
shoulda
knew all of it. I knew all of it.
we were saying this, we were telling them last year, "Bring us on, have us part of the
If
show."
Noah came to the show, because didn't say, he said that he wasn't gonna go for a while. Like,
Mhm.
it's been known that you're not going, but if you did go, we would definitely be up
We
there,
probably would have been up
and
there,
that
and they
would have been
probably
an
would have had
amazing
harder
segment.
questions.
Yeah, no, I think it would be the same questions,
Oh,
but it would be an
but super
entertaining,
easy because
because 'cause it'll be
they're
like who
super
can
easy.
press the button first, because
Yeah.
it like, we both know the
Mhm.
thing, so it'll be like who can press the button first. But it
Yeah.
would be fun to have us, but the fans that, I don't know, they're dumb. Called out. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but I don't know. It's like a good segment, like copying Game Time, our Game
Mhm.
Time. So their Dude Perfect copies us again. Nothing special about it. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think, I don't know. Like, it just, so that was the first three segments, was two segments that they had, and then
Yeah.
one segment that was like fan participation. I think that was like the most
Mhm.
original
Mhm.
segment of the whole entire show, I would say. Because then they had that. They had they did have like an unreleased video called like Zip It
Oh,
Trick Shots. I think it was called Zip It Trick Shots or something. It was like
really?
a mini frisbee that they did like a whole out trick shot video
Oh,
unreleased.
I know what those are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a
That's funny. I
little
just found
round
out.
thing,
No,
like
yeah, they're
thing.
like it's like a thick, like a little disc. Yeah, no,
Uh-huh.
I that's so funny because a couple months ago I saw one. I was like, oh, that'd be a cool Dude Perfect trick shot
So
video.
they did that. I don't know if they're gonna release it now. Like, they might have just had the video and then release it, because it was pretty good. It was
Mhm.
like Dude Perfect. It kind of reminded me of like Cup Trick Shots, and it was like a pretty
Yeah.
good length. So
Mhm.
either like scrapped and then they used it for the tour, or they're going to
Mhm.
release it soon.
I'm guessing that's what they did. I
Uh
think
huh.
they probably just scrapped it.
Yeah, but then did it as the tour, which is a good idea. I think in
Mhm.
there, it was a good idea to do that. But then they had the second battle for their tour. The first half felt very short, in my opinion, like, of the tour.
Mhm.
Felt very short. Um and then they had the, like, they came back. It was Wheel Unfortunate, just like last year. Ty was, or Ned was, like, under a curtain, and then they
Yeah, and
got
they
lifted
let the
up.
curtain go.
And then, yeah, Wheel Unfortunate. Then they had the, let's see, what was it? They had the third battle thing. They had like their third battle, which it was fine. It was like, I guess the first battle was like an obstacle course. The second battle was like farthest throw, or like they had
Yeah.
like a thing, an accuracy kind of challenge. And then the other one was the longest dunk, using their longest dunk. So they had to have like a basketballs, kind of like their from their longest dunk. Oh my gosh, why is it so hard to talk? It's from their longest dunk battle, kind of like inspired by that. The third
Yeah.
round.
No, yeah, I saw that run. I think that looked like the most interesting part of the tour.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, it was fun. But then they went back to a top 10, which they did last year. They
Yeah.
had top 10, and it was top 10 snacks. And then let's see, they had Rage Monster. Rage Monster this year was a little bit creative, because it was like a Sparky kind of did like who can rage with, like, I don't know, it was like Ty versus
Yeah.
Cody on like a raging competition in a
Yeah.
way. Um and it was like who like you have equipment and who can
Yeah.
rage on the other person the best or something. I don't know. That
Yeah.
was a hard
Yeah.
that bad way of explaining it, but they did that and then it went into Rage Monster, which was like always going into the back and then a pre-recorded
Yeah.
rage. And it was
Wait, what
okay.
do you talk about, Asher?
Oh
That's
yeah,
not
it's
they
not
don't always
pre-recorded.
do the same rage
Yeah,
and
wow.
the back of the stadium looks exactly
Uh-huh.
the same every
Yeah.
single time.
But it felt very like the start of it was original, but then the rage is just they did it before. They did it for the past 3.
Okay, so from the first 2 tours, from what I've seen,
Mhm.
I personally think the second one is the best. I think it's
Yeah,
the funniest one.
definitely.
I
Mhm.
think it's just the best. Tie in a cage,
Yeah, yeah,
funniest
yeah.
thing ever. He's hanging there, all
And then
that.
even the
Great.
rage afterwards was great.
Yes. Yeah.
I did really like the first one, but then this one was I don't know, I didn't I hated this one. This rage was not good at all. Like
Yeah.
compared to the last 2, like it was fine, but I don't know. I love the Rage Monster and I was just high expectations, but then it just didn't really
Yeah.
work out. But then they had let's see. They had like another I think fan participation um round or no, they had the um big segment. They had a big reveal. So, okay, this is the huge
Yeah,
news. This
I
is the
don't know
huge
this.
news.
I don't know
So,
this.
I haven't told Noah, so if you're still listening, thank you because this is a kind of weird episode. But you can hear the Dude Perfect news, the huge Dude Perfect news. All I'm gonna say is Cruise Perfect. That's the name of it.
Oh yeah, they're having they're doing a cruise.
They're doing a
I
Dude
remember
Perfect cruise.
I remember seeing something about that
Yeah? Yeah,
somewhere.
uh-huh. It's pretty big.
Oh,
I've
you
known
know
about
what?
this for a while.
I think DP Fan Productions
Really?
posted something about the cruise, or like a fan art thing about the cruise or something.
Maybe, I don't know,
I remember seeing something about it, but
yeah, me too, I knew this for a while, but Dude Perfect is going on a cruise
wow.
from January 20th to the 23rd this upcoming year, 2023.
January. That's like the
January
worst time to have a
20th to
cruise.
23rd, and it's gonna be in, Miami to the Bahamas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
normal.
Um, I don't think this is a good move for them. I think it's
Agreed.
just close to the tour. The cruise, I mean, I don't know. I just like it was what we were saying with like don't do the tours every year, do like
No,
different
yeah,
stuff.
and I do have a thing to add on to this.
Uh-huh.
Can I
Yeah, yeah,
insert?
yeah,
Okay, I'll
definitely.
insert it right here. So the reason I think this tour is seen to you, Asher, and even to me, seems the most
Mhm.
uninteresting one ever,
Uh-huh.
is because it's only 9 months from
Yeah,
last tour.
exactly. Mhm.
Because what I remember what we talked about, even in the first review of the tour, in
Mhm.
the Pound and Noggin tour, we were like, we do not want them to do a back to back tour. We don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
them to
yeah.
do a 2020 tour because
Mhm.
not as many people will want to go
Yeah.
because most parents are going to think, oh, it's the same thing over, again, just a
Mhm.
little bit different, but it's
Yeah.
pretty much going to be the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then, there was nothing in 2020, so that gave
Mhm.
it an extra
Which there
year.
would have been something in 2020, but then
Yeah.
COVID,
No, yeah.
thank
So,
God
like,
for that,
I think COVID really makes the
helped it out.
2021 tour better.
Uh-huh.
But now, as we saw, what we predicted came true is, like,
Mhm.
only 9 months apart, and to Asher, it doesn't seem as special.
Mhm.
I think every other year will work best. I think if they do every year, it's
Mhm.
just not as many people will be as interested because it's, like, the same thing over again, kind of,
Mhm.
unless they change their
Yeah.
formula. And it's, not as interesting. It's kinda like, I just saw this a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Like, why would I go? I just saw this a year ago. It's not like they're gonna change it up too much.
Yeah, I think in their defense, I think that they've been trying to go to, like, different cities, so they go to
Mhm.
different cities every year, so then it's,
Yeah.
like, kinda changing it up of, like, it's not
Where
every
everybody is,
year,
yeah.
like, if say you live in California, you wouldn't go to this one because they didn't do any shows
Like,
in
you and
California,
they didn't do one
then
in
they
the
did.
2021 tour either. They
No,
only
they
did the
did.
2019.
They
Oh,
did
yeah,
they
yeah.
did
No, you
shows
know what they did.
in that,
What? I
but
thought
then they
they did,
didn't
like,
this year.
Nevada or Arizona.
Something like that. I think that
I
was
don't
this
think they
year.
didn't they no, they didn't do one in California.
Not this year, but
Right.
last year they did. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird that they're just yeah, I don't
But,
know. I
like,
just don't
but
know.
if we look at it
Mhm.
from just my knowledge of right now,
Yeah.
They did Newark, New Jersey in the
Mhm.
2019 tour
Yeah.
and this tour. So
Yeah.
they took one tour off and they went to Albany. So I'm
Mhm.
guessing for the next tour they're gonna go to Albany.
Yeah, and they're just gonna go kind of
Kinda
around the same
alternate
area.
between
Uh-huh.
different,
And that's their way of
places.
which is a good idea, but I just don't
Yeah.
I mean,
But
if you're a huge Dude Perfect fan, then you'll wanna go to every one in your
mhm, but but
area.
like but like the thing is if, let's say Newark is 5 hours from us, we'll say.
Mhm.
That may not even be true. Albany is 2 hours for us about.
Mhm.
And, like, the thing is we still went to Newark. Like, it's a close enough drive to where it's not like we're just not doing it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, and I think that's the same for a good amount of people, I would
Well, I
say.
think
Like
also we're huge fans and we have this
mhm,
platform, so, like, we kind of have to go in a way, like,
mhm, no,
just
yeah,
because of this platform.
if it's like, if it's a one-time thing, usually a parent be like, "I got, tour tickets," and, like,
Uh-huh.
it's a couple-hour drive away,
Uh-huh.
and, like, it may be closer this one time, but I got it for this year, so it's
Mhm.
like it's
Yeah.
definitely like, yeah, I know why they're doing it, but, like, it's definitely like if they spread it out way more, if they did, like, the East Coast tour
Uh-huh.
and then a West Coast tour,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
really
that's a good
split it
idea.
up.
Mhm. Also, I think it just like, I think my problem is every segment except, like, one was a direct copy of the other ones, like, the
Mhm,
other,
yeah.
segments. I guess, like, there was, like, battles that were different, but,
Mhm.
like, the battles is a
But, like,
battle.
the overall,
Uh-huh. Like,
overtime
there was
segments,
way less
battles.
segments. There were way less
Mhm,
segments this year. The segments themselves weren't as creative as the other years. And I don't know, the dudes I mean, for me, for my show, it was the dudes that was their second to last leg of the
mhm.
show. And so they were just kind of really down in energy. It looked like they were kind of getting sick. Ty especially was kind of like low
Yeah.
energy, at least for me. The dudes were, like, just kinda like, but
No, yeah, and, like, I think if they also spread it apart, like,
mhm,
bands when we've talked about this before,
mhm,
like, bands, like, they spread it across a 6-month thing.
uh-huh, yeah, yeah,
So instead of doing it, this 2-month span almost, they take half a year and they just, do 2 shows here, 1 show there, 3 shows here,
yeah,
and
mhm,
kinda, like, spread it out between a 6-month portion. I think that would make each one better
mhm,
because they can have their rest, they can make it the best, they can be higher energy and all that.
mhm,
And
yeah,
I just think it would be cooler because it's like, they're doing this throughout this whole thing and they're not, spending too much time away
mhm,
from like filming videos. Like, they're not away for 8 weeks almost, like spending 4 days not at the, at not filming,
uh-huh,
kind of.
yeah, yeah,
And like and we talked about this too. Uh with, like, having a specific set like, not segment, but, like, specific type to a
uh-huh,
specific tour
yeah, like an overtime
to, like,
tour,
change up, like, a full overtime tour.
mhm,
And,
yeah, and I
they can
like that
implement,
idea,
games with consequences. That would kinda be the battle of them.
uh-huh,
Like, because they have more battles they have more battle-y segments in overtime, and they have, the sit down, and I think if they really, like, focused on, like, the overtime tour or,
uh-huh,
this tour, like that, like, really just focused on
mhm,
certain types of Dude Perfect videos for a tour. Even if it's just one, even if one tour, it's like the overtime tour or the battle tour or whatever.
mhm, yeah, yeah,
Like like Dude Perfect tour, battle for the crown. And it's like
uh-huh,
it's a battle tour
mhm,
where they do all these different types of battles and all
uh-huh,
that, and whoever has the most at the end of the tour gets the crown.
mhm,
Like I
that would
think
be good. I would like to
like
see that.
the Dude Perfect tour for the crown or whatever, like
Mhm.
the
And
crown
they
tour
also
or
can have,
whatever.
like, audience participation too, break
No,
like,
yeah.
in that,
Yeah.
they don't have to have and, like, maybe they go into announcer mode and they all are in
Mhm.
their announcer outfits and, like, they do a battle or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, they can
No,
change
yeah.
it up, they don't have to have, like, 5 5v5 or no, not
No, you
5v5,
like
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 5
like
against each other.
1v1v, yeah, yeah,
They
like,
don't have
they
to have
can
that
make
every
because
battle or
like,
every
the thing
segment.
is they don't have to, like they can have different types of battles, they can have fan participation,
Mhm.
maybe they for something they bring in a guest of theirs, like, they're like,
Uh-huh.
"I picked this one person, they're brought on,"
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
or whatever, and
Um,
kinda, like, just to really make it different.
yeah, I think, yeah, that's good. I think I don't know. I didn't like this tour. I did not like this tour. We're not going to the cruise perfect. I don't
Yeah.
think. I mean, it's just so close to the
Well,
other
yeah.
tour.
I know, yeah. It's like the same thing with last tour and this tour. They're
Uh
so
huh.
close, and
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just feel like if you're a really hard, if the really hardcore fan and you didn't go to this tour, I think
Mm-hmm.
you'd probably go.
Uh huh.
And
To the cruise.
it's a totally different thing too.
Uh huh.
But
Yeah,
it's
the
just
cruise.
like
But
I feel like they're doing so much more of like tour, cruise, all this
mm-hmm.
stuff so close to each other
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
they're gonna get burned out.
Yeah, they're gonna get
The
burned
fan
out, and
that they're
also
gonna get burned out. The fans are gonna get burned out.
uh-huh. Yeah, it's not reliable. And I think the thing to combat that is that they're doing all of this so that when they reveal Dude Perfect World, then they don't go on any other tours and it's like the fans go
Mhm.
to them almost,
Yeah.
you know? And they're going out to the fans right now, but then the fans will all go to them, which is a
Mhm.
smart idea. I'm gonna like the Dude Perfect World. I like that idea way more. So they can
Mhm.
interact with their fans, but they can also not they don't have to like go out and do stuff, you know? They just go to
Definitely.
their
No,
facility,
yeah.
but
I just think like they're doing stuff so close that
mhm,
people are gonna get burned out. They're just not gonna want to go because
uh-huh,
it's just like they're. It's like we're the thing. What was so special about the 2019 tour was like this is the first live show, big thing that they've done ever.
uh-huh, yeah,
Really,
yeah, yeah. It was like
like
one of the first, YouTubers to do a live show.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there
To
was
do a live
YouTubers, but,
show.
like, not to this point.
But,
Like, there
like,
was no
no,
YouTubers
definitely
to do
not to
this
this
point.
point doing, like, this full tour,
Uh-huh,
and I think, like, everybody was really hyped because it was, like, this totally new thing. People were vlogging it. YouTubers were
uh-huh,
going to it, doing all this, and then, they announced the 2020 tour, and everybody's like, "Okay, well, they did this last year, so, there's probably gonna be somewhat the same," and then they got postponed, which I think was the best for the 21 tour.
uh-huh, definitely.
I think the 2021 tour is the best in my opinion.
Mhm,
I think they
yeah,
just executed the best. Everything was great about it.
yeah, they
And I
had more
think the
time to
reason
do it.
why it was
Mhm,
because they had that year break. They had one tour under
yeah,
their belts to learn,
uh-huh,
and now they can kind of implement what they want and all that. So I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why. And I think now they're just trying to
Yeah,
do
this
more
one
than I think they're doing more than they actually should.
Yeah, this one was more of like a money grab of like they announced it very, very close to the end of the last tour. So we're
Yeah.
like if you like this tour, then go to the next one. Kind of like
Yeah.
money grab, which I hate saying the Dude Perfect did that, but they did. Like, I don't know.
It no, yeah, like if you were trying to, just bring in if you wanted to, like we love Dude Perfect. Don't
Uh-huh.
get us wrong. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Dude Perfect, we love you guys. We're just pointing out what we
Uh-huh.
see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh but like it definitely feels like they kind of did this tour just because they wanted to do a tour and, make some money off of it.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, yeah, people were definitely entertained. I think they had a fun time with it,
Mhm.
but I don't think this tour was needed.
Yeah, yeah,
This was
and
more,
yeah.
let's do another tour, let's make some more money.
Yeah, exactly. I
Like,
think here I'm gonna just say so that was their last one. They had then a final battle of this show, and Ty won. Woohoo! Kobe versus Ty and
let's
my one, but then
go.
Ty won. And then they did like the closing prayer thing,
Yeah.
which they did last time, and it was cool.
But like,
Um,
I know this time it was all five of them, and like last
yeah,
time it
yeah.
was just Ty.
Uh-huh. It was cool, but I think so. Yeah, the tour wasn't good. I'm gonna say, we're getting low on this episode. Here's my plan. Let's do a two-parter of this, okay? Boy,
Yeah.
guys, dudes, perfect, duties and perfies. Uh,
Yeah.
this is uploaded on a Tuesday, so check back maybe like I don't know, let's say Friday. We're going to have a part
Mhm.
2 to this episode, and
Yeah.
we're going to talk about not the tour, but we're going to talk about
But
Dude
something
Perfect
else.
videos. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something else. Part 2. So hope you like this episode. Uh, go subscribe,
Yeah.
comment, whatever, you know. See you on Friday. And
Pound it,
yeah, pound it.
noggin. See
Noggin.
ya.
See ya. Good night.